Hello and welcome to a video where I am going to explain how to derive the equation for potting a ball in snooker using the double method, and that's where we're bouncing a ball off the cushion. So I'm going to define a couple of distances here. The distance from the cushion here is A. The distance from the pocket across here is B. The distance from the position that we want to hit the ball to is X. And we're going to extend this imaginary line down here, and we're going to call this D. And we're also defining the table width as W. And then this little distance here is W minus A. And then this distance here is Y. So we can make up a few equations based on this. We can say that, on this distance here as well is a half D to there, right? So we can say that B equals a half D plus X, and we can say Y equals D minus B, right? And now we're going to relate this distance to this distance at the same time as this distance to this distance. So A related to W minus A and X related to Y. And the ratio of those things is the same. So we can say W minus A over A equals Y over X. So that is true. And what we can do is we can replace X and Y with our formulas here. So we only have one unknown. So we'll go that equals D minus B over B minus a half D. So that's our first really useful equation. Now I'm going to go over here and we're going to move this around a bit. We're going to have W minus A, B minus a half D, and we're going to have dA minus BA. So we just move that up there and move the A over here. And now we're going to multiply out these brackets. So it's going to be WB minus AB plus a half AD, and then minus a half WD equals DA minus BA. Now we have an AB here and an AB here, so they're gonna disappear. That's nice. And this is a half AD and this is a DA, so that's gonna go over there, it's gonna become a half. So we'll have WB equals a half AD plus a half WD. So that's that. And then we can simply we can now separate out the D there. So we want to evaluate for D. So 2WB over A plus W equals D, right? So that D was unknown. Now we have an equation for it. Now we're going to say that we know A and we know B because you can visually see them, so you can estimate them, so that's fine. And we know W as well as the width of the table. So now that we have D, but we actually want to find X, but we do have the this formula up here, so we can just simply put D in there. So we have X equals B minus a half 2WB over A plus W. There we go. So those twos cancel out, and that gives us 2B minus WB over A plus W, and we can bring out the B. So we have 1 minus W over A plus W, And then when you rearrange this, you can rearrange that into just through simple fractional, jiggery pokery. You can just go to a over a plus w. So that is x. So that's the distance. So this is the distance from the cushion divided by the distance from the cushion plus the width multiplied by the distance from the pocket. So let's say, let's do it here. Let's say we're in the middle of the table, we're at the pink, right? So we're gonna say that the size of the table, we're just gonna say W is 2 in this case and A is 1 because A is gonna be 1 unit across the table and W is gonna be 2. So we can say x equals 1 over 3b. So basically, in a situation where your ball was halfway across the table, let's say it's on the pink spot, and you want to double into the middle, then you're going to be hitting, say the pocket's here, there's the table, and there's the pink spot. This point here, you're going to be hitting, that is a third, and that is 2/3. But it doesn't end there because the ball is not a point. So we've actually got, a physical ball and there's a radius. So that's the center of the ball. So when you actually hit towards the pocket, because it's a flat surface, let's say you want to hit this point, the ball's actually going to contact the side before it gets to that point if you're aiming at that point. So you actually have to aim a little bit further down. So you want to be aiming like an inch or maybe even like an inch and a half down the cushion to reach that point. And there's also the fact that whenever balls bounce off the cushion, they lose a bit of their horizontal momentum. So you might be like hitting it like that and it's coming back a bit. And then you might notice like it kind of gradually, the horizontal momentum is gradually dropping off. So you do have to adjust a little bit, go a little bit further down the cushion to get that mark. But the equation does work. If you have a good estimate of the distances that you are from the cushion, and you have a good estimate of the distance to the pocket, or you have a tape measure, then you can use this. So if you were going back to this one, if you were, let's say, a quarter of the way from the cushion here, it would be a fifth, right? So it's going to be 1 over 1 plus 4. So times b, which is a fifth, right? So you're going to go, if you were here, you would want to be like hitting it like there or something. Right, so that doesn't look too bad. Like, so that's, roughly how it works out. Yeah, so, not much else to say really. That's the equation to find x, and it works for anywhere on the table. The distance from the cushion divided by the distance from the cushion plus the width of the table times the distance from the pocket. Anyway, thank you very much. Let me know what you think. Bye bye.